happens is that, like, if you think about the human experience, about consciousness, about like how we are acting in the world, just imagine an iceberg. So if you see this iceberg right where my hat is, like, this is basically the conscious mind. So this is what we're dealing with. And then my head, this is the subconscious. So this is like right below the water. And then if you've ever seen those images of icebergs, you only see the little tip. And then everything under the water, 85% of who we are is just unconscious stuff, like all these things that are in there. And it's just stored in our emotions and all these things that are deep down there. And so oftentimes what happens is we are basically reacting to this emotional self that we have not fully taken the time to integrate into our lives, to understand, to engage, and to process, which leads to us being incapable of articulating how we feel and what we want. And so some of the simple things that we teach our guys to do is to actually practice emotional mastery. And so for anyone who actually wants to try this, I'll give you a little exercise that you could simply do. And so this would be the kind of thing where, there's if you're doing this with a friend, you're doing this by yourself, there's an initiator and a reflector. An initiator is a person who would basically go in to connect with their emotional state. And a reflector is a person who's there to take them deeper. And there can be many reflectors, but always just one initiator, one person who's going in. Do you want to do it right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and it doesn't have to be negative. It can be positive too.
Yes.
So first question I would ask you is, so close your eyes for a second.
Okay.
All right. So what is the emotion that is most present in your body right now?
Anxiety.
Okay. Where do you feel that?
Okay.
Keep your eyes closed.
I feel it in my heart.
Okay. And what does it feel like?
It feels like a beating really fast.
And if it had a voice, what would it be saying to you?
Ask for help.
What does that sound like?
I don't get a sound, but I'm getting a feeling.
And what is it?
The feeling is like, the feeling is actually being held. Like being held, and the sound, I guess, is someone saying, you're going to be okay.
So what does that beating heart need?
It needs to trust. And it needs to open up to help, to receive.
Beautiful. And what do you feel right now?
I feel deeper breathing to my stomach.
Beautiful. And so this line of questioning where we would come here is, again, it's, and we can go through an entire process here of basically, rather than talking about a story of the past of who you've been, rather than talking about future of what you're worried about or anything, what we do is we focus on the present moment. What's happening right now? What are you feeling? Giving those things a voice, connecting with it. This emotional mastery piece is so important for actually giving us insight into what it is that we're feeling. Because when we understand what it is that we're feeling, what is present, we get to talk about that. What do I need? Then our decisions, our requests of the people around us are so much more informed by the totality of who we are, what we really need in our lives.